it's Krzysztof from RhinoTutorials. In today's episode, we are going to keep focus on 10 comments you must know to become pro modeler in Rhino 3D. You probably realized that to use Rhino for getting your concept done, you need maybe maximum 15 comments. Most of them are just helping tools, but there are some comments you might specifically need in some situations when you advance in modeling. Those comments help you, for example, to prove that the solid is closed, or to evaluate the smoothness of your surface, or just to edit your objects using cage edit or something like this. There are 10 comments which I'm using basically to help myself to modeling faster or to modeling more efficient, and to prepare my solids for printing, for example, or for manufacturing at all, or just to cooperate with, for example, injection molding factory to get my concepts implemented on the market. So when you want to become pro, you probably will need those comments I will tell you right now. So let's just get straight on to showing those comments. The first comment, which really saved my time and many times helped me, is comment called set XYZ coordinates. I will show you how it works right now. This glue gun model is just my tutorial from RhinoTutorials.online. If you're drawing a curve, especially when you're drawing curve without planar on here, and you, let's say, start on that edge from right view here, and you keeping up on top of that edge, and then you decide to change the direction, and if you clicking on just on the default plane like so, then your line is going to be on a default plane behind the object, so it mess up with the curve. So let's draw, and then you're going back to your curve, for example here, and then again you're going out somewhere. Yeah. So then if you go in the perspective and see how the curve looks like, it's really messed up, and many times you don't know what happens. Yeah. So in this case there is a solution called aligning the points with comment called set XYZ coordinates, which is that one. So we're taking the comment, and then you need to declare what axis you're going to push it to. So in this case, my axis is going to be the x-axis, the red axis, which means I have to leave that axis activated in a prompt box. So then if you click OK, now you've got all points aligned, and then you need to just decide where you want to place all of those points. So in this case, many times I like to place those points on the center of object, so it's gonna be like the middle point, or I'm typing 0 because I'm placing all of my objects in 0 point, and so it depends on you. So I'm pretty cool with the symmetry of the product I'm designing. And then you can just extrude, or you can just cut, trim with that curve, whatever you like, whatever you do. So this helps a lot. So another comment I like very much is duplicate edge. So for example, I want to have that edge here duplicated, and I'm going to construct some new object or some new solid or some new shape basing on that edge. So going to comment called duplicate edge, and then just selecting edge you want to duplicate, and after you confirm, you're going to get that edge as a curve. So you can move that curve somewhere aside, and you can use it to your your design. It depends what you wanna achieve. The second comment is actually the most using comment by me, so you can see on my lessons. So now I can use a loft or whatever to construct new shape here, or I can construct another shape somewhere based on those two shapes, like this, planar, right. And now, as you see, I've got references for another shape. This is really great comment. Third command, which is extract Isocurve. So as you probably know, each of the surface you created is based on Isocurve. So this small tiny curve looking line is just construction of the surface. I can extract it. Now I cannot do anything with this because it's just showing me how the surface looks. I can actually turn the visibility of Isocurves off here, and I don't have any Isocurves placed on the surface right now, but I need it, so I will have it on. If I want to extract one of those Isocurves, I'm going back to the same bar, carve from objects, and then there's a command called extract Isocurve. So you see, you can extract Isocurve in both directions, in U direction, and if you click on that here command here, you're just changing for V direction. But you can actually extract both. I will extract here and there, confirm, and again I'm going to extract, but now in U direction and here, and I'm going to copy that with a mirror. And then these curves I've just copied from my surface are now going to be used to trim. And now I can go on with my design. This command is called naked edges, show naked edges. That particular command is specifically useful for people who are printing, because as you probably know, the solid, when you're creating it, if you want to print it, must be kind of watertight. So every air, every water, whatever you close inside might be looking like without holes where the water can go on. So you have to evaluate your solid after you design it. So I can actually evaluate that particular part. So let's check out if I'm having the holes in that. I see already that I have, so this is going to be a good example that my glue gun body is not ready for printing yet. So let's straight go to evaluating and then show edges. If you click show edges, select the object, then select only naked edges from selection bar, and you see where you have a holes. You just need to in some way close it, and then your object is going to be ready for printing. Yes, in this situation I need to work some more on those patterns to close it, but if I will see the rest of my glue gun, I see no problem at all. Only here the pink edges must be closed. So the fifth command I'm using as a pro is command called measure length. So If you want to measure that particular edge here, for some reason you need to get that reference, or you need to, I don't know, for example, find out the sticker size, or you're gonna place the sticker size here, and you want to measure what size is gonna be that edge here. So you can go the same to the same bar, which is evaluating, and then there is a command called measure length. So if you click on it and confirm, here on the top left corner, you've got the exact length of that edge. The sixth command I'm having as a pro command is area centroid. So let's imagine you are designing the chair and you want to see what's going to be the area centroid. So you need to find the point and measure right physics of the chair. So if you select the object and you go to evaluating bar here, analyzing bar, it's enough that you click that command area centroid, and then you can find it there, on from right to left. This is the area centroid. That's exact center of all volume of that of my glue gun. Extract surface. Extracting surface is just kind of copying the existing surface and using it for another purpose, or for another comment or another idea. So I'm using that comment from that bar, solid bar, and it's here. It's called extract surface. If you click on the surface you want to like borrow, or you want to get out of existing design, you just need to click on it and then select copy. If you're not selecting copy, it's going to be just extracted out of the closed joint solid, and there's going to be hole remained. Now you just copy that surface, and then you can move it aside, and the object is still solid, but you've got that shape. I'm using it very often to just get another reference for like another idea of the same shape. Yeah, so I can like create another glue gun concept based only on that shape, but having different references of over those handles and back handles and the patterns. Clipping plane. Clipping plane helps to see helps to make an intersection of object and see what is that intersection look like on a technical drawing. So I prefer to just type that command. So if you type clipping plane here, it appears, and you just click enter. You just need to select the first corner of the clipping plane. In this case, it's going to be mine. You've got already clipping plane here. And the second, and the object is like cut out at the specific position of the plane. If you move that plane somewhere, it's going to be the intersection going to be following that movement. But now, as you see, my object is not closed because it has holes, as we evaluated before with comment show edges. But if we're gonna to close it, then you're gonna see like a boxy capped intersected object. I will show you right now. So I'm going to make like cylinder, for example, and I'm going to make shell. So let's say 10 millimeters walls, and let's say I'm going to cut it there somewhere like this with boolean. This is gonna be looking beautiful right now. Now I need to reactivate the clipping plane, delete one up I have already because it was applied on into that object, and now I can apply again to the new object, and this is going to be where I want to cut it. And see, that plane, it's now inside as a box and has capped walls. I can rotate that clipping plane, and if you press shift you can just jump to the 90 degrees and see it from another view. Another command is cutting plane. So for example, if I'm having that glue gun as a sample, and I'm not happy with that wobbly curve over there, and I want to have it just straight cut it, and then maybe arranging some other shape, I can use, I can build like plane, construct new plane in position I want, and then cut it using that plane to cut it. So let's go to cutting plane. So this is that command, and then you need to select objects you want to use as a base for that cutting plane, and then here you need to find the points you want to start that plane. So I'm preferring start 3 points because I want to be very precise. So I'm clicking on 3 points, and then the first point is there, and then with shift pressed, as you see right now, I am going to find another point on the other side of the glue gun to be symmetrical, and clip and tap, shift and tap blocked. This is the first position, and then I can like use the bottom one, the bottom line, and now I've got it. Yeah. So now, as you see, I can rebuild my object, rebuild my glue gun. I can explode it, and then use that cutting plane to trim unnecessary surfaces. That's helping a lot. And you can build a new solution over there. Of course, I can now use that plane to cut it here as well. Yeah, just move it towards one direction, one specific direction, and my design is going to be more clear, more coherent. Cage edit command. So cage edit command is kind of a bounding box around the object you want to modify, which shape you want to modify, with a control mesh. So I will show you on a couple examples for you to know, to understand how it's working like. So let's go to cage edit. You need to remember to get the cage edit command, not create cage, just cage edit. And then you need to select the object you want to edit, and then confirm. And you're gonna, from brackets, you need to select the specific parameters, which in this case is going to be bounding box, because you want to bound the shape. Yeah. Then coordinate system, usually I'm placing the word because I want to have like general overview of controlling. So I'm just confirming, and then you're declaring how many points of the mesh you want to have in a X and Y and Z axis. So in this case I will leave 4 as it is by default for you to see just a rough idea. And I'm going to confirm, and then the region of the edit it depends what you will like. You can select global, so the impact on the form is going to be just the local, not the global. And I would like to be more smooth in terms of the shape, so I will select the global as usual. And then you've got a bunch of points. So for example, if you select those points, yeah, you just like rescale it, your object is just kind of behaving like a morphic object. Like you would take a stone and just have the points of the stone and make it more stony, more smooth. Yeah. So the same here. But you need to be very careful during that process, because if you making your design for implementation, for market implementation, you need to remember about the draft angle. So you need to destroy all of the form in terms of injection molding. Be careful about that. But anyway, at the beginning, at designing stage, that's fair enough. You can play with this. So this is it. This is all pro. Basically, you, as I mentioned before, you will find those comments in my tutorials and also in my courses, which I'm having online at RhinoTutorials.online. So I'm inviting you to also to post your own great solution for comments under that film. That's gonna be also educative for another viewers. Also give me a feedback and also maybe give me an inspiration what I should use in my design. I'm also inviting you to subscribe to that channel, to like that video, to share it, because that knowledge might help others. And well, let's stay tuned and see you in other videos. Take care.